င်္ဂလာပါဒီတစ်ပတ်ရဲ့7 minute အစီအစဉ်မှာတော့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံကဟိုတယ်နဲ့ခီးသွွားလုပ်ငန်းတွေထဲမှာလိုအပ်ချက်တွေရှိနေစေဖြစ်တဲ့လူ့စွမ်းအရင်းမြစ်အပိုင်းနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ဆွေးနွေးဖို့တော့အစီအစဉ်ထားပါတယ်ဒီဆွေးနွေးမှုမှာပါဝင်မဲ့သူကတော့ Hilton နေပြည်တော် Hilton Ngapali Resort ရဲ့ Trade Manager ဖြစ်သူ Mrs. Helen နဲ့ဆွေးနွေးမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျအခုပဲကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့အစီအစဉ်ကိုစတင်ပါပြီ Hello,
Hello, thank you very much for inviting me.
How would you like to express your Hilton Ngapali, Hilton Nepido?
Yes, maybe we'll start with how did we get to this point. Myanmar is an incredibly attractive, important destination for Hilton. Hilton's the preeminent hotel company in the world, and we pride ourselves in being in locations where our guests want to be. So of course Myanmar is the place where people want to be. It has enormous possibility, absolutely captivating place. So we have decided to come to Myanmar only about a year ago, June 2014. We signed a landmark contract with the Eden Group for 5 properties, and we have 2 already operating, as you mentioned, Naypyidaw and Ngapali, 3 more on the books under development. So how are we going to find qualified, talented, trained people for those properties? We've estimated probably we need 2,000 team members. So we've had a strategy how to sort of meet that target and meet that challenge. One thing I do want to say though, the people of Myanmar have an incredible natural warmth and a natural ability for hospitality. They're very friendly, they're very outgoing, and so that is a really key factor for us. And with the training that we're doing, this is a winning combination for Myanmar. So we're very excited about the future.
So let's have stopped our human resource in the Myanmar tourism and hospitality sector. So please provide more details regarding your Hilton Vocational Training Center. What are the training topics or courses that we offer?
Okay. The school is based at Naypyidaw on the property of the hotel, and why we call it vocational is because that involves some hands-on practical exposure in the hotel in a real life scenario with real guests, and most of the guests are foreigners, so this is a really good challenge for these young people.
Language barriers.
Yes, English is a key thing. One of the criteria for the students was some basic English, but what I found is even though they say, oh Miss Helen, I don't speak any English, actually they can understand, and they do have some skill which we can build on. So we have an English teacher, an American lady, so they're required to do the English class. But the 5 subjects are food and beverage service, housekeeping, culinary, kitchen, and then we see pastry as a separate area, and front office.
Yes. Reception.
Yes. Well, and more than reception, but yes, that's a sort of a key area.
These 5 your subjects go together with the language.
Yes. The classes are conducted in English, and we do have some translation as well. And the teachers are all foreign experts in their field. So, for example, the chef, he's German, and the pastry is a French-Tunisian guy. Let me see. Food and beverage is a Malaysian guy. Front office is an Indonesian guy. So the students are getting exposure to these different cultures. It's very good for their awareness, and they're learning the sort of forced almost. They must practice their English, and we encourage them with each other as well to speak English.
So how many staffs or how many peoples do you touch in your program?
We took 40 students for this first intake.
In what areas? Throughout
They're split pretty much evenly across the 5 subject areas. However, we were overwhelmed with applications, hundreds and hundreds more than what we could take. So there's clearly a demand for it, and we'd like to take more because we know we have this development pipeline. However, it's early days. We've only been open a month, so we'll assess it as we go. And if we can take another intake, of course we will. It's only limited really by the accommodation facilities. We accommodate the students on the property in the team member village. We provide medical for them, all meals, plus even pocket money we give them. So if we have more students, the better, but it's limited by the physical.
Excuse me, I'm going to jump to the other questions. What's the vision for the Hilton Vocational Training Center? How would it help strengthen the human resource development in Myanmar's tourism and travel industry?
Yes, well, it has been identified that the hospitality industry is a very people-central industry, and this interaction is key for travellers to have a positive experience with the team members. So we've estimated, yes, we need more than 2,000 to fill our pipeline. So, our company's invested in growing, and there's other also companies. So I think there's a huge demand for trained, experienced, capable people.
As you already know, Myanmar travel industry has been growing more and more since the late of 2012. At 2015, the government targets 4.5 million tourist arrival tourists to 5 million. This is the aim and the tremendous development on this sector. However, the market share of the travel and tourism in the country is still limited compared to the rest of the ASEAN region. According to experts, it's because the industry is still its infancy early stage in lack of the strategic development plan. What are your views on this?
Okay, partly, some of that I would agree, some I would not agree. I think there is a strategy. If you look at the Tourism Masterplan, I think that's a very comprehensive document. I think it outlines very well, very clearly what's required and what's needed. But I think you're right, the first part, you can't really compare Myanmar to, say, Thailand or Bali, because they're very, very well established for many, many, many years. So Myanmar's still at the very beginning of its journey, and I think you'll see very rapid development and a rapid uptake that will rival. Let me assure you, it's going to rival Thailand and Bali very quickly. It has all the right ingredients.
But Myanmar state the needs of the infrastructure and master plan to projectize, to promote its tourism sector. Comparison you mentioned Thailand, Bali, something like that. So this is challenges still. So
yes, I think there is a master plan, and they identify very well what needs to happen. And I think if you think it's such a short time, so much has been achieved. It's quite remarkable, really, what's been achieved in such a short time. The arrival figures, 50% increases. I mean, this is really commendable. And I think right now they're almost on the 4 million mark for this year. So, I mean, this is very encouraging. Some of the challenges, yes, you say about infrastructure. Yes, I think accessibility, there's some great products to sell which are not really easy to get to at the moment. The transport or roads or the flights. I mean, this will come in time. I think the other one is, the communications. I take here opportunity about internet. Internet is another big one. The hotel industry is very reliant on internet, and the traveller also expects to be able to use
this
internet.
is some barriers for the physical properties like infrastructure on the
areas,
internet, transportation, something. So we focus on the human resource according to the master plans of the Ministry of Hotels and Tourism. So how do you view the master plan accommodate relevant to the human resource getting this fee area like hotels theme?
Yes, well, I think the master plans recognise that they need a lot of skilled people, and training as being very important. That does talk a lot about training. Some of the other areas are on the environment. It's been recognised, you have some beautiful natural environment areas which can be protected and managed properly, and you can possibly avoid some mistakes that some other of your ASEAN neighbours have made there. I think the master plan also talks about preserving culture and traditions. This is very important. And one of my favourites is about the food of Myanmar. Not many people outside know anything about Myanmar food. They think, oh, it's probably like Thai, or it could be like Indian, but it's completely different. And so it's one of my pet ideas, and also Hilton has a program to showcase that. It's called the Food and Beverage Masters, which is a competition for young people to showcase their culinary talents. And I think this year definitely Myanmar's going to win one of the competitions.
So is this the details? 40 staffs you already train?
Yes, we have 40 at the school, but the training we do is much more comprehensive than just that. I mean, we have a very structured training program for every team member. All team members undergo training.
So you have long-term plan to how many people, how many staff, in which years, or the long-term plan. So you have?
We do have, and what we've found is that many of our general managers, director of operations and senior management come from within the Hilton chain and progressed through the chain, have a long career growth with the company. It's very successful. So that's what we're doing here in Myanmar. From when they start, they have orientation, they go through lots of training courses. We also have, I don't know if you know, we have a online university. It's called Hilton University. There's about 2,500 courses online which the team members can have access to. They range from 10 minutes to, a couple of weeks. The average is probably 2 hours. So at Hilton in Naypyidaw, we have a knowledge room. So any team member can access the computers there. It's open about 18 hours a day, and for free they can do online training and they get a certificate. So it's not just the vocational school. So the masters that I mentioned, every team member has access to this. We also have another program called the Management Traineeship. This is an 18-month program, and they are trained in every single department of the hotel with the view of being a departmental manager or assistant manager at the end. And it's like a fast-track program. Very rigorous process to be accepted, but we have 3 in Myanmar this year. And to give you an example, in China, for example, they run the same program, 45% increase in applications from the prior year. So again, this is very attractive for young people, can plan their career. So if they have the skills, the English plus for the vocational school they get a diploma, this is like a passport to the world for them. They can work anywhere in the world.
How many people, so
in
to
my
the
staff?
target area? So your staff aim to train for the future.
Yes, okay.
In which year?
Okay. So I have at Naypyidaw I have about 200 team members, and in Ngapali I have about 130, every single one of them will receive training and will be have a development plan for their career, plus now the 40 students. But I know I need about next year and the year after, I probably need almost 2,000 team members.
These numbers are already occupation already working for your...
Not yet, no. We have to find them. Yes, we have to grow them. We have to find them and train them and grow them up ourselves. This is our contribution to the
Great.
To
Is
the
that will be
industry,
the opportunity for the the training staff to your properties? Now you have the 2 properties in Naypyidaw and Ngapali, and 3 others have
another 3 under development, yes. And I have a sales office here in Yangon as well, so I'm also looking for some sales team members.
Yes, great. If I continued my questions, you have already knows the millions of jobs are occupations the implemented in the Myanmar tourism and sector, and since I have mentioned late of 2012, hiring more and more skilled and semi-skilled staff, but targets are not being met. The government is developing a long-term education plan to train and develop future travel and hospitality workforce. How can more investment in better quality lives and a better quality situation that can be support the growth of the travel and hospitality sector in upcoming year?
Yes, I think the demand, I mean, this industry is growing and the demand is huge, and I think that's why Hilton's decided to do this vocational centre. So there's some commercial reasons as well. So on the one hand, it's a corporate social responsibility. We're training young people. We've invested a lot of funding into it. Our owner is supporting it so well that other companies, other industries also need to do the same, I think.
At the time, the governments and the same areas, NGOs from the foreign countries works together for the trainings, human resource development purpose. So how do you view the Myanmar government's plans to promote the human resource? So it's readily standardization of the...
Yes, well, I think they've recognised that there's some gaps, and I guess that's where companies such as Hilton come in, and they make a big commitment and investment into training. And I guess some of the things that we're doing and we'll be doing, it sort of helps to support and develop that. And again, with in conjunction with the government, we can support their initiatives. And our owners as well, Eden Group, I really have to mention how supportive that they've been with this, that even our chairman personally is very, very interested and very personally hopes to see this go well. And I think our choice of a partner, being Eden Group, is fundamental to our success here. That, Eden is a, wonderful, wonderful partner. So, without them supporting, and then the government, it has to be the private business, everyone together supporting and pushing in the right direction, and we'll get there. But yes, it's a long way to go.
So as you know, the demands for the Myanmar tourism and hospitality is much bigger.
Yes.
The recently years comparison. So do you have any commitments with Ministry of Hotels and Tourism with your Hilton Worldwide?
Okay, so the course is for 2 years, and there will be exams along the way, and at the end, if they're successful, they get awarded a certificate from the Ministry of Hotels and Tourism. It's a diploma, and that diploma is like their ticket to the world, really. It can be recognised anywhere in the world. So the other thing is, graduates of this training centre are guaranteed a position with Hilton when they finish. So the students may wish to stay in Myanmar, but actually they can apply for a position anywhere in the world with Hilton.
How do you have the local staff in Hilton Nepido and Hilton Resort Ngapali, and how would you like to appoint and hire local staff in the near future?
Okay, well, all of the team members are local except for the positions that I mentioned. Usually we do a mass intake. We do some advertisement and recruitment process where you're getting a lot of people applying all at once. And certainly for an opening of a new hotel, that seems to work the best. We've estimated about 2,000 for the immediate future in the next few years, yes.
Okay, it is great discussion with you and the human resource and the long-term plan on the Myanmar tourism and hospitality market. Very thank you to be here.
Yes, thank you too very much, yes. Okay.